You are listening to GZR, Ground Zero Radio, the very best of Orange County's original music scene and beyond. Hey!
All right. Here we are.
Here we are, Ground Zero Radio, with Michaela Compton, Mike Karen, and Tris Mahaffey in the studio.
Yeah, 8 o'clock hour.
The 8 o'clock hour.
You know what that means.
What does that mean?
Gets a little tougher, a little louder, a little meaner, maybe. At least tonight it does.
Tonight it is getting to be some rock and roll.
Yeah.
Tonight is hot.
Yes.
Tonight is hot. We have Leatherwolf in the studio
Yes, we
with
do.
us.
Welcome.
What's
Coming
up?
in, boys.
Thanks for having us.
Yes.
Thanks for having us.
Excellent.
Right on.
So
Hey.
it's really cool to have you in here. Probably a little background with me with the band is the Dean. I've known the band for years and then met Dean lately, and he shared with me this new CD, which is just incredible. It's just rocking. I mean, the songs are killer. The musicianship is amazing. It really is a great effort, and I know Dean has a lot of passion and love involved in it. And Dean, maybe you can share a little bit of the background of how you got to this new CD. How's that for putting you on the spot, buddy? Take your time.
It just took a lot of time to get it done.
Yes.
You know, I think we started in when, Luke? 2019?
Yeah.
You think?
When you start on the album?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it
And
just
then
took,
COVID, right?
Yeah, and just took a bit of time to get her done. Me and Robbie sitting in the studio with Luke and with Keith and just pounding it all out, getting it done.
Let's introduce your bandmate so we kind of got an idea about who's involved in here.
Yeah, I'm Luke.
All right, Luke,
Guitar player.
guitar player.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Brice, and I play bass.
Right on, Brice.
And I'm Dean, and I play drums.
Yes, you do.
Hello, Dean.
I love it. I love it when drummers come in
I know,
as the lead person to talk to. I mean, that's really a cool factor that a lot of people don't really realize. You know, oftentimes people associate the leader of the band, if you will, as that lead singer, and often it is, but there are
Doesn't have to
also that's right, it doesn't
right.
have to be. There are also these times when it is the drummer, man.
Yep.
It is the drummer.
Well,
right on.
He has a passion.
I just finished the job, man. Get her done. Get her done.
Build the house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Well, it's an immense amount of work. I mean, like I said, I've listened to the tracks and the guitar work, bass work, everything is stellar. And you know, coming from a guitar player side, you know, this is like the type of, we use the word shredding for sure, because every part of these tunes is just worked out, and it's just you know, it's literally a tapestry of metal, man. I mean,
Well, Leatherwolf is
You
always
know?
we've always been a guitar band. Mm-hmm. You know, so I've just always liked guitars. Luckily enough
Yeah.
for me, I got to play with some good guys.
yeah, no, you really have over the years for sure. Yeah, and so I mean, continuing on with this project, you wanted to make sure that it kept up to the quality and the status of what you're known for.
Tricky business.
Well, when he asked me to play a couple of solos or so, I worked real hard on a nice little take, you know, and I sent it over, and he calls me back. He says, "Dude, we're not looking for filler."
That sounds like him.
So it gives you like a little insight into the standard that was already set.
Yeah,
Of course,
right. Yeah,
Rob Math's insane guitar player, so that's kind of like setting the bar and stuff.
Well, me and Rob had been working on stuff for a bit of time before Luke came back around, and we were in the mode of just doing it, you know. So we were already at a level of, you know, like a year of doing stuff. So, you know, Luke, it was his first shot. So, but he came around, did a great job.
I'm interested in, because I'm more of a song sort of guy, you know, not in this direction. But how does the writing process go for this type of genre of music? In other words, drum beat or guitar riff, and how do you build on the song at that point?
Well, a lot of this stuff came from Jeff Gayer, coming up with riffs and arrangements.
Yeah.
And then I would sit down and figure out well, first it would start with the riff and an arrangement, and then I would just get the tempos down.
Right.
And then I would write the drum stuff, and then we would figure out the vocal stuff and get that all dialed, and then get the singer to sing the parts, get Keith to write and come up with the parts. Then maybe if we had to change things around, we would just change the arrangements.
Yeah.
Then you go in the studio and record the drums. Then you get a guy like Barry Sparks to play bass, and then you start doing all the rhythms.
Yeah.
And then the singer has to write his parts and do his deal.
Yeah.
And then after you're done with that, you do leads.
Right. Oh, those leads. Which threaded leads.
Which took like 2.5, 3 years to do, because we really put the time into making them just not filler stuff. And making them real and making them killer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that was the fun part for me, because I never got to do that before with the other guys. So when you're engineering and recording stuff, you get to hear stuff, and then and the guitar player goes home, and you start, why don't we take this part, put it here? Why don't we take this little riff,
right, yeah,
and that can be a dual, and then this can be a triple.
You can move it there and slide it around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got to say, well, what do you think about this? Me and Luke did it tons of times with his leads, and me and Robbie did it tons of times with, what ended up to make the cut,
Yeah.
Well, what does make you put your foot down and say, this is it? This is the order. This is how the song's going down, and press record, done. No more editing. This is it.
It doesn't work that way. Because guitar players will they'll just sit down with at least with me and Robbie, they'll sit down and they'll start coming up with ideas, and then they'll 4 hours goes by, and then you let it sit overnight, and then you'll say, well, this is a good melody to start off with. This is a good thing that you can harmonize for a dual, and this is a cool little riff for a triple.
Yeah.
And then either the guitar player likes it or he don't.
So when we say triple, we mean triple guitars.
3 harmonies, yeah.
Because that's what you're known for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Triple sax attack.
Yeah.
That's right. That's his Instagram handle.
Mm-hmm. And so Robbie would, just like Luke, would come up with a cool little riff in their normal little, just making up a 4-bar, 8-bar, 16-bar deal. And we would just take a piece that was a cool little melody, and we would put it in the arrangement. So it was interesting for me.
So
right on.
So how does the bass work into all this?
That was easier because Barry Sparks is pretty killer, and so he did all that stuff from Texas in his own little studio.
Wow, all remotely. Yeah,
and he's just a killer bass player. I mean, he made me sound way better than I am.
That's pretty interesting. So would he come back to you and say, okay, we need to start over? No, I'm just kidding.
No. He was like, he does like Michael Shankner. He does like, Scorpions. He does Yngwie stuff. And he just was like, this is old school metal.
Oh, yeah.
So he was like totally into it. He goes, the people aren't doing this kind of stuff, man. And it's super cool. I mean, it just kind of challenges me to come up with parts.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting you say that because it's come full circle. I mean, look at how far we've come in the last 5 really years, even 6. I mean, metal is bigger now than it's ever been. The festivals all across the United States, I mean, everywhere, they're doing them. So it's pulling in people. And I mean, you guys, I can tell you're young, right?
Luke and Brice. Luke and Brice in the house.
Luke and Brice are young pups, but you've adopted this metal sound and you want to do it. It's cool. It's great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Obviously earned their way to be on the stage with Leatherwolf this Saturday night, right?
Yeah, that's right.
At NAMM Jam.
They're headlining
NAMM Jam at the Grand Ballroom, right? And tickets available.
Yep.
Tickets are available, yes. Let's pull up that website. We want to let everybody know what that website is.
Yeah, so I mean, this event is going to be something else for the listeners. It's Saturday night. It's a part of the NAMM. It always has been where they've done a jam down the street at various venues over the past. Lots of bands. you're looking for something to do after the show, this is it.
Yeah.
There's nowhere better to come in and
Yeah.
experience live music. There's so much
Like
going on.
7 hours of
Yeah.
pure rock.
And when it's as good as it's going to be that night, it's going to be just flying by.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
So you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're super ready.
Let's check out.
What are we
the-
doing?
what are
For
we
the
doing?
show on Saturday. You ready, Dean?
I'm ready. I haven't played in my hometown like in probably 10 years.
All right. Well, it's time.
Awesome.
It's time.
All right. Are we going to play a track so
Yes,
people
we
have
are.
the
I think we
idea?
should.
of
The
what we've been talking
Henchman.
about
The
this?
Henchman is queued up. Let's
All
check
right.
this out by Leatherwolf.
Let her roll.
Put your seatbelt on. Hey, this is Ground Zero Radio. We have Leatherwolf in the studio. They are headlining the NAMM Jam this Saturday night at the Grand Ballroom over in Anaheim. Booyah.
Crazy. Oh yeah.
That's like it starts at 5, right?
Yes.
It goes till midnight. That's a
It does.
7-hour rock star jam.
Yeah, that is 7 hours.
It's
If you look at it that way.
Can you imagine what your drums are going to sound like in that PA?
Hopefully they'll sound good.
I'll make sure they sound good.
Right on, dude.
I'll go
Get his
over there.
mic over to
Are you
him
a
for
sound
me.
man?
Get his mic close to him for me.
Yeah.
I need his mic too. There you go.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Don't make her mad.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I was going to
No, you start.
mention these two young gentlemen here.
Luke and Brice.
Yes, Luke and Brice. So, how did you guys get your start in music? Maybe you can share with
Go
that.
ahead, Brice.
Yeah, so I've been playing. So when I was around 7, so first my mom forced my brother and I to learn piano.
Oh,
Yeah,
one of
so-
those, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And then around the age of 10, so I picked up the drums out of inspiration from the video game Rock Band.
Oh my gosh, isn't that interesting? I've heard that
That's
story
good.
before.
That's good.
But yeah, then like a year after that, then I started playing bass, and then I've been playing in bands since the age of like 15, 16. And then I used to be in a band with Luke called
okay.
Railgun back in the day, which is so we go pretty far back.
True.
And then let's see. Then around like 18, and then I joined my other band, Art of Shock. And then like a couple years back, I remember after. So I remember like kind of after when like Paul, like the previous bass player left. Luke asked me if I wanted to fill in for some gigs with Leatherwolf.
Okay.
And,
That's always a good time to get it
and then the rest is history.
when
Awesome.
opportunity knocks.
Yeah.
That's the definition of luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're ready when the
You're ready.
Yeah.
And you
You're
say
good to go.
yes. Both.
Yeah, it happened to be M3 in Maryland too, so not bad first
no
gig. Eh?
kidding.
Hey.
Oh my gosh.
Big crowd.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Great gig.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird, just like fresh off the pandemic, and like personally hadn't really played to a crowd probably since 2018 or something like that. And so it's kind of weird.
No, it's funny because I got the call when I was actually on tour with Art of Shock when we were out with Sepultura a couple years back. I remember he sent me a text asking if I wanted to fill in for.
He's like, bro, you got these tracks?
Yeah, so it's like as soon as I get back from home, it's like grind time, baby.
Right on.
Awesome. So you guys are ready to.
Well, what about Luke?
Oh.
Yeah, Luke.
Yeah.
History.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, thanks. Brice and I were actually fortunate to go to this little art school called OSHA, which is like it's like a bank. They instead of like most high schools where like all the money goes to sports, like it's the exact opposite. They only put money towards art. So like I met Brice in PE class.
No kidding.
We were both wearing shorts, like too short, playing dodgeball.
Short. Where's the video for that? I want to see the video for that.
Like I realized how cool this guy is, and then he took off. Because I saw Brice when he was just kind of getting going with the bass, and then so I got to watch him get insanely better over when we started playing together in this like thrash power metal style band, and that was cool, man. That was like probably fresh out of high school for you, right?
Yeah. I remember it was. I think when you joined Railgun, I remember it was beginning of my junior year in high school.
Yeah.
And then because you were with, I remember you were with Stitched Up Heart at. Was that like right after?
Yeah. They were like kind of like a hardcore, like really progressive, almost reminiscent of like Nightwish or something, and yeah. Anyway, I played with them for a while. Kind of like realized that I really liked being on road or on the road because they kind of got me a gig fresh out of high school, and I was like, "Oh, this is sick," you know. That's what I wanted to do. So then I just started booking tours for us, and like basically we put together a record so that was like we could have something to sell.
Right. Yeah.
It was
right.
So
got out of the merch.
the quality of the record was the last of our work concerns. Was like just get something that was tangible, you know. And yeah, so that's where we got the bulk of our chops, and that's where eventually I made the connection with Dean. Because they were looking for a guitar player at the time, and fortunately, you know, we had been practicing so hard, so like he was actually I wouldn't say impressed, but he was maybe not disappointed with my chops.
That is so Dean, right there.
And
that was so humble too. I love that.
It reminded me of, you know, early Leatherwolf days with Kerry, Mike, and Jeff. You know, and these two guys played guitar. They were good, you know. And who introduced us?
Yeah, Keith.
Nope.
Oh, who then?
What was it? Sean?
Oh, yeah, Sean. So
Archie's Ice Cream.
So there's this crazy dude, Sean, and he has a company called Archie's Ice Cream.
Archie's Ice Cream. I want some.
Yeah, maybe you've seen it around like the VIP sections of bigger festivals and gigs and stuff.
Awesome.
And yeah, he was an insane Leatherwolf fan from way back, and he's like, no, he's like, you're kidding, you're gonna go, you know, audition and play with these guys, and so yeah, I got him a shirt.
Nice. So we went to Germany, and we played some shows, and they were good. We actually played a show and played it good.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, these guys are
Voila.
good.
There you go.
Ta-da! That's really awesome stories, all of you. Thank you. That's killer. Let's listen to another one. We have Empire's Fall queued up. How's that sound?
Is it Empire's Fall? Evil Empire.
Evil Empire's Fall.
Yep.
Well, there you go.
Well, here we go.
Shadow figures creep on my wall.
What's up? That's Leatherwolf, and they are the headliners for the NAMM JAMM this Saturday night at the Grand Ballroom.
Yes.
And tickets are available at... Dun, dun, dun. Anyone?
On the internet.
Holdmyticket.com.
Holdmyticket.com. Thank you. And-
Holdmyticket.com.
And by the way, why don't you tell us about your social media links and where we find you out there for sale?
Instagram is
Instagram.
Triple Axe Attack.
Nice.
The Facebook page is the Leatherwolf's Den.
Good.
And then if you have a hole in your roof, you can check out Robert's Roofing.
I was not going to say anything about that, but you
That's
did.
brilliant.
Awesome.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
Robert.
Facebook has all the links to everything we have.
Yes. Nice.
Awesome.
Leather
Cool.
Wolf
Well, thank
in
you
the
guys.
house
Yeah.
with Dean and Luke and Brice this Saturday night at the Grand Ballroom. You guys are going to be lighting it up.
I'm looking
Big
forward
time.
to it.
Looking forward to seeing everybody.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. Anytime.
You were listening to GZR Ground Zero Radio. Follow us on social media and every Monday 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific Time on KOCI 101.5.